Are you searching for the true meaning behind the twin flame connection? Have you ever wondered what it really feels like to be with your twin flame beyond the myths and romanticized stories? If so, you're in the right place. Hello, and welcome to this deep exploration of the twin flame journey. Today, I want to share with you valuable insights into what it truly means to experience a fulfilling and enriching connection with your twin flame. This isn't just about the surface-level emotions or the idealized notions you might find online. Instead, we will dive into the core essence of this unique bond and why it transcends the common narratives you've heard. By watching this video, you will gain a clearer understanding of the profound nature of the twin flame connection, stripping away misconceptions and uncovering the deeper truths that most sources miss. You will learn what it genuinely feels like to share your life with your twin flame and why this experience is unlike anything else. So, if you're ready to move beyond confusion and discover the true essence of this spiritual connection, stay tuned. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share this video with others who might benefit, and follow us for more in-depth content on twin flames and spiritual growth. Your journey toward clarity and deeper understanding starts now. To start, let's confront a question that many of you may have pondered. What is it really like to be with your twin flame? The answer might surprise you. The reality of being in a twin flame union is unlike anything you might have imagined. It is not the overwhelming rush of romantic bliss, nor the deep pangs of pain often associated with typical relationships. In fact, what you experience with your twin flame is neither pain nor pleasure. It stands beyond the dualistic nature of these emotions, and today, I'll explain why that is, and guide you through resources that can help you on this path. For those of you who might be new here, my name is Kurt, and I am recognized as the world's leading twin flame coach based on numbers alone. To date, I have personally coached over 6,000 twin flame students, bringing about thousands of unions. If you're interested, you can immediately check out my free coaching videos on my channel under the True Twin Flame Teachings playlist. This content is readily accessible and has helped countless individuals find clarity and reassurance. You can even explore testimonials from my students who have achieved union and are now married to their twin flames, proving that what I'm sharing is more than theoretical. It's a lived reality for many. So, what is it like to be with your twin flame? Here's where we need to strip away the fantasies and take an honest look at the truth. Unlike the idealized versions circulating on the internet that portray twin flames as the pinnacle of romantic connection, akin to soulmates but even more profound, the reality is far more nuanced. If you've been on this journey for any length of time, you may have questioned why. Instead of feeling an overwhelming sense of joy, you've faced sleepless nights, obsessive thoughts, and even desperation. These emotions are not a sign that you're off track. Rather, they are part of the transformative process inherent to the twin flame experience. For those of you who have progressed further on this path, you may have noticed an increase in synchronicities, recurring numbers, telepathic visions, and other inexplicable phenomena. Yes, it can all feel quite surreal. This journey is indeed unlike anything conventional wisdom on love and relationships suggests, and that includes what it's like to be with your twin flame. In my own experience, my twin flame is a permanent part of my life. She has even appeared on my YouTube channel. If you explore my playlist, you'll find interviews we've done together and even some tarot readings where she has joined in just for fun. But before we dive into how I reached this state, let's talk about what being in union with a twin flame truly entails. First, let's dispel some common misconceptions. Being with your twin flame does not involve pain. That's the good news. The phase of emotional turmoil, suffering, and heartache subsides as you progress. However, it's equally important to understand that it isn't sheer pleasure either. It doesn't fall into any category you would typically associate with romantic relationships. So, what is it then? It is an existence that transcends the dualistic concepts of pain and pleasure. It is a state that is neither. It exists in a realm beyond what we consider the emotional spectrum. To make sense of this, we must recognize a crucial truth. the twin flame connection is not a soulmate relationship. Many online descriptions fail to distinguish between the two, presenting twin flames as an elevated form of a soulmate connection. But that's not accurate. Twin flames are not about sharing similar values, having someone who is always there for you, or feeling like you've found a romantic home. If that sounds familiar, it's because it mirrors how most people describe soulmates. Why, then, has the concept of twin flames become so widely misunderstood? The answer is simple. It has turned into a trend, a buzzword people use to capture attention, and unfortunately, sometimes to exploit those in search of deeper truths. But this doesn't negate the fact that twin flames are real, nor does it invalidate the profound experience they bring. It's worth noting that there are indeed voices on YouTube and across the internet that speak some truth about twin flames. I am not here to undermine anyone's efforts or to discredit their work. However, for those of us who seek to end the cycle of suffering and gain a clear understanding, we need to delve into an honest conversation about the reality of the twin flame community and the journey it represents. So, why should you take my perspective seriously? Look at my track record and consider the principles I share. When you do, you'll begin to see that this journey isn't about romantic ideals, but about profound spiritual truth. Your twin flame is your soul. This is a statement nearly everyone in the community agrees upon. We often hear, "Your twin flame is your other half," or "It's one soul in two bodies," or variations like, "You share the same soul frequency." But despite the shared understanding of what a twin flame is, there is still confusion about how to approach this journey, what it should feel like, and what steps to take. Now, I'd love to bring you into this conversation. If this discussion has resonated with you or illuminated something new about the twin flame journey, I invite you to pause and share your thoughts in the comments. Write the word truth as a symbol of your commitment to seeking a deeper, more authentic understanding of this path. Reflect on what this means to you or how it challenges the common narratives you've encountered. Your experiences, insights, and even your questions can inspire and guide others who are walking this journey alongside you. By sharing, we foster a supportive community where genuine understanding and growth flourish. So don't hold back. Join the conversation below. Your perspective matters, and I'm excited to hear what you have to say. If everyone agrees on the what, why are there so many different perspectives on the how and why? This question is essential because it uncovers the root of the confusion. The shared understanding of what twin flames are, one soul in two bodies, is the foundational truth. But when it comes to explaining how to navigate this connection, or what it's like to experience union, interpretations vary wildly. This inconsistency can be disorienting, leaving many people feeling lost and questioning their path. Let's begin with what we know. The idea of a shared soul is ancient and aligns with teachings that have been passed down through millennia. Reincarnation, the concept of a higher self, and the non-linear nature of time are not new ideas. Spiritual traditions have long described the higher self as existing beyond the constraints of physical time and space. Physics, too, touches on this concept with theories related to dark energy and the fabric of space. The ancient mystics referred to this as the mental universe, and modern spiritual teachers recognize it as higher planes of existence where time is not linear. Your higher self, existing in these realms, experiences every past life, current incarnation, and future self simultaneously. This means that from the perspective of your higher self, all experiences occur in the present moment. This understanding is crucial when discussing twin flames. Your twin flame is not separate from you. They are you in another form. This perspective aligns with the theory of relativity, which confirms that time is an illusion. Spiritual teachings have echoed this for ages, and only in the last century has science begun to validate these truths. So, if your twin flame is your soul, a truth that is universally acknowledged, then the way to navigate this journey must go beyond the superficial and the romanticized. The mind, with its endless thoughts and emotions, operates in duality. It categorizes experiences as good or bad, pleasure or pain, and it thrives on the illusion of separation. This is why many of us, even while seeking spiritual growth, believe that we are our minds. The true nature of spiritual awakening is the realization that you are not your mind. Eckhart Tolle, a modern spiritual master often referred to as the Buddha of our time, emphasizes this in his renowned work, The Power of Now. The very first chapter is titled, You Are Not Your Mind, and this teaching is the foundation of Zen spirituality. The mind is rooted in duality, perceiving the world through opposites, positive and negative, past and future, self and other. This perception is what creates the illusion of separation, which is why we experience pain, longing, and attachment on the twin flame journey. Rupert Spira, another respected teacher of non-duality, refers to this as the separate self, a construct of the mind that believes in its isolation from the whole. When we operate from this state, we are trapped in the cycle of desire and aversion. Many spiritual practices today mistakenly cater to this dualistic view, offering solutions like healing childhood wounds, balancing inner feminine and masculine energies, or finding one's life purpose. While well-meaning, these approaches focus on the mind's perception of separation rather than the deeper realization of unity. The twin flame journey is not about healing the mind to achieve union. It's about recognizing that union is who you already are. Self-actualization, the process of embodying your true spiritual essence, is the catalyst for transformation. This process does not involve fixing or balancing your external reality first. Instead, it requires an inward journey, an alignment with your soul, which is pure consciousness. Self-actualization, at its core, is about realizing that you are not your thoughts, emotions, or the identity constructed by the mind. You are the conscious presence behind these experiences. The soul is consciousness, pure being, and non-duality. It is a state of presence that exists in this moment, beyond time and space. This is why Eckhart Tolle's work, The Power of Now, is so transformative. It centers on embracing the present moment, shedding the mind's dualistic constructs, and finding peace in pure being. Rupert Spira calls this essence the eternal, formless self. It is the part of you that simply is, without attachment to thoughts, labels, or separateness. Understanding this is crucial to the twin flame journey, because your twin flame is not just a person outside of you. They are you, manifest in another body. The longing, the obsession, and the emotional roller coaster that many describe in the twin flame connection are symptoms of the mind clinging to its perception of separation. When you identify with your mind, you experience duality, which includes pain and pleasure, attachment and loss. So what is it like to be in union with your twin flame? The experience is deeply spiritual and paradoxically neutral. It is not characterized by the romantic highs and lows that movies and popular culture associate with love. Instead, it is an experience of presence and stillness. In the words of my twin flame, she once said, "It's always so neutral with us." This neutrality is not dull or empty. It is peaceful and complete. It embodies the essence of non-duality, where the perception of me and them dissolves into a unified sense of being. This is why, when you hear about the twin flame journey, terms like union, separation, and detaching often come up. These words have deep roots in spiritual teachings that predate the modern understanding of twin flames. Separation consciousness refers to the mind's perception of being separate from everything else. It is a state where the ego believes there is an I and a they, perpetuating the illusion of division. On the twin flame path, recognizing and transcending this separation is the key to union. Union does not mean merging two physical lives into one or fulfilling romantic ideals. It means embodying the awareness that you and your twin flame are one at the soul level. This realization brings an end to the suffering caused by the mind's attachment to duality. When you reach this state of consciousness, often called unity consciousness, you understand that the perceived distance between you and your twin flame was never real. It was only a construct of the mind. At this point, the twin flame connection shifts. The external dynamics, running, chasing, and emotional conflict, dissolve. Your twin flame naturally moves into your life, not because you willed it or forced it, but because you have aligned with the true nature of your shared consciousness. This is why people often report that their twin flame returns or begins to engage with them once they have reached inner union. However, it's essential to note that this return is not the goal. It is simply a byproduct of your spiritual awakening. The twin flame journey is, at its heart, the true spiritual journey. It is a path of self-discovery that strips away the ego and reveals the essence of who you truly are. This is why the twin flame experience is so intense and why it triggers a deep inner transformation. The obsessive thinking, sleepless nights, and emotional turmoil you face are signs that the ego is breaking down, a process often called ego death, or the dark night of the soul. While this can be an incredibly challenging period, it is also a profound gift. It is an invitation to go beyond the mind, to shed old beliefs, and to awaken to the reality of your soul. As your ego dissolves, you begin to live from a place of unity rather than separation. The idea that I am awakening and they need to awaken too fades away. This belief is rooted in separation consciousness, where the mind still holds on to the idea of me and them. True union occurs when you realize that there is no I and they in the spiritual sense. There is only consciousness. This understanding changes everything. You no longer feel the need to chase, fix, or control the dynamic. You simply exist in the present, embodying the essence of your soul, and your twin flame naturally aligns with that energy. For those seeking guidance on how to reach this state, I highly recommend resources that focus on true spiritual awakening. Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now is a foundational text that helps you step away from the mind and into the present moment. Additionally, I encourage you to watch my free twin flame coaching videos, especially the one titled Twin Flames, Separation Consciousness, Unity Consciousness, and Detaching. This video will give you a deeper understanding of why these terms are used and how they relate to your journey. Another excellent resource is the documentary Samadhi, which explores the nature of consciousness and the path to awakening. Start with part 1 and watch it in sequence to gain the full benefit of its teachings. It aligns with the concepts we're discussing here and will provide further insight into the process of transcending the mind. Understanding the twin flame journey requires letting go of the idea that union is something you achieve externally. It is an internal shift, an awakening to your true self. When you realize that you are consciousness itself, the illusion of separation vanishes, and you experience life as a continuous flow of presence. This is the state of union with your twin flame, not an emotion, not a thought, but an experience of being. Emotions, including empathy and love, are beautiful and part of the human experience. But even empathy, by definition, implies separation, a feeling you have for someone else. In union, emotions become secondary because you no longer perceive your twin flame as separate from you. This does not mean that life becomes devoid of feeling. Rather, feelings arise and pass without attachment. The peace of non-duality becomes your baseline state, and the twin flame connection reflects that serenity. When people hear that being with a twin flame is neither pleasure nor pain, they may be taken aback. After all, isn't love supposed to be the most pleasurable experience? Yet what you come to understand is that love, in its purest form, transcends dualistic concepts. It is not about highs and lows, but about existing in a state of balance and unity. This is what makes the twin flame union unique. It is not based on external validation or the fulfillment of desires. It is rooted in the realization that you already are whole. As your awareness deepens, you begin to see that union was never about changing the other person or waiting for them to awaken. It was always about remembering who you are beyond the body and the mind. This is why, when you shift into unity consciousness, your twin flame naturally moves toward you. The running and chasing end because there is no longer an energetic push and pull. You have found the stillness within yourself, and your external reality begins to mirror that inner peace. The twin flame journey is challenging, but it is also one of the most profound paths to spiritual growth. It compels you to confront the deepest parts of yourself and dissolve the ego's illusion of separation. Through this process, you emerge as a being of pure consciousness, aligned with your true essence. This is what union with your twin flame feels like, Not a fleeting moment of passion or pain, but a deep, unshakable peace. So, how do you begin this journey toward union? Start by understanding that you are not your mind. The mind will try to convince you that you need to fix, chase, or change something to achieve union. But the truth is, union is a state of being that you access by turning inward and aligning with your soul. You do not have to do anything external to make this happen. It is about transcending the mind and experiencing the pure awareness that is already within you. To conclude, the twin flame journey is far more than an exploration of romantic ideals or a quest for external completeness. It is an invitation to undergo the most profound spiritual transformation. It urges you to confront the deepest layers of your being, dismantle the constructs of the ego, and step beyond the illusions of separation that the mind relentlessly projects. This path is not defined by the pursuit of emotional highs or the avoidance of painful lows. It transcends these dualities entirely. True union with your twin flame does not lie in orchestrating events or manipulating external circumstances, but in realizing that the essence of union is already present within you. When you recognize that your twin flame is not just a person outside of yourself, but a reflection of your own soul, manifested in another body, you begin to understand that the journey is about alignment with this deeper truth. It is a journey toward unity, consciousness, where the notion of me and them dissolves, revealing an unbroken, serene connection that is beyond thought and emotion. This state of non-duality is where genuine peace resides, a peace that isn't based on fleeting moments of pleasure or fear of pain, but on the timeless, formless presence that is your very being. Emotions, while part of the human experience, become secondary as you embody this state. You start to live from a place where feelings arise and dissipate without gripping your awareness, allowing you to move through life with equanimity and a profound sense of wholeness. In this state, your twin flame connection shifts naturally. The cycle of running and chasing fades as the push and pull dynamic of separation consciousness is replaced by the stillness of inner harmony. Ultimately, the twin flame journey is a mirror reflecting your path to self-realization. It calls you to recognize that you are not your mind or the stories it spins, but the pure awareness that witnesses them. It's a journey of returning home to the core of who you are, consciousness itself, boundless and whole. As you anchor in this understanding, the union with your twin flame ceases to be a pursuit and becomes a living experience of oneness. This revelation not only transforms your relationship, but enriches every facet of your life, unfolding the deepest truth, that you have always been complete, and in embracing this, you transcend the very idea of separation, stepping into the timeless dance of unity. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me on this deep exploration of the twin flame journey. Your presence and engagement mean the world to me, and I'm truly grateful for the opportunity to share these insights with you. I hope that this video has provided you with clarity, comfort, and a deeper understanding of your path. If you found this content valuable, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others who may benefit from these teachings. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. I promise that more insightful and heart-centered content is on the way to guide you on your journey of spiritual growth and transformation. Thank you once again for your support, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Stay inspired, stay present, and remember that your journey is one of profound beauty and discovery.